Shalom, shalom. I want to start by giving our praises to the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. My name is Brother Napat from the Camp Prophets of Babylon down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honor to our elders and apostles, our great millstone, who teach them real well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the ones listening in. And I want to get into a short, quick lesson. And it's just off the spirit. I'm going to title this lesson, this isn't just any wisdom. This is godly wisdom. All right? Because, coming into this truth, brothers, are considered babes, you don't really know much. You don't really understand much. You're just listening and you're just watching, you're observing, and you're gaining. All right? But as you're gaining, and months and years and time go by, you're gaining experience, you're gaining patience, understanding, knowledge, breakdowns, and ultimately wisdom, and that's the ultimate goal, is to gain when you come into this truth. You don't want to, just come in here and be, at the same spot, stagnant, just sitting there, you want to actually gain. All right. And through our gain, you gain that wisdom. All right. But not just any old wisdom, not wisdom of this world, of finances, of dealing with, certain things in this world. But, godly wisdom, man. All right. Because when you have wisdom of this world, it gives you the worldly views on how you should, act or be. But this wisdom and this truth, it gives you life, day-to-day life guidelines through the scriptures, on what will profit you and how you should actually be through the spirit. These scriptures teach you how to deal with, with women. Teaches you how to deal with angry people, how not to be angry, how to be when you're around great men that has full of knowledge, all these different things, and that's, it's teaching you wisdom. All right. So that wisdom, Sophia, as they will call it, as it is called, it teaches you a lot. It gives you answers to a lot of problems and challenges in life. So this is James chapter 3 and verse 17. I want to get this in the NLT version. It says, "But the wisdom from above is first of all pure. It is also peace-loving, gentle at all times, and willing to yield to others. It is full of mercy and good deeds. It shows no favoritism and is always sincere." All right. So for the wisdom above, all right, it's godly wisdom, not wisdom of this world, not wisdom from, the crackhead that's sitting in the corner store that experienced all the bad shit in life. And he's trying to tell you what to do and what you should do to better your life. No, man. Wisdom from above, man. Wisdom from these scriptures is the true wisdom you should seek. All right. It's pure, It's gentle, willing, to show mercy, and willing to, yield or be humble, meek. That's what that's what the wisdom of this Bible, that's what it gives you, and shows you, and it shows no favoritism. It is without partiality. All right. And that's what that word partiality get into is, showing no favoritism, you know, no being, not being biased, you know, not being biased, but this wisdom, anyone that seek it shall gain it. Any brother, when you come to this truth, when you seek that wisdom, you will be able to gain it. It's not just limited to some brothers in the truth. No, it's available to all brothers as long as you seek it, man. And that's what you should be trying to do when you come into this truth, is seek wisdom. All right? Because this wisdom is far greater than anything of this world. The money, the woman, anything. All right? Because this wisdom teaches you how to deal with everything in this world. Spiritually. Not carnally, not of your own, not leading onto your own understanding. No, man. It gives you the answers on how to deal spiritually. All right? Being humble, being meek, being merciful, gentle. All right? That's what, this wisdom teaches you. Being sincere. This is Proverbs. I'm going to get Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 13. It says, I'm start at verse 13. It says, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. All right? So happy is that man that findeth wisdom, and that getteth that understanding. All right? Because once you get this wisdom, once you get that understanding, you gain answers. All right? You gain answers on, current hell you probably going through, afflictions. And that's the reason the Lord put us through certain things, because it's the experience. You gain wisdom from the experience. You gain, patience, to be able to suffer things out. All right? With the afflictions the Lord put upon us, you gain from it. And that's why the Lord allow us to catch hell at times. And it may be for long periods of time, short periods of time. But at the end of that time, you will gain something. All right? And you will gain a lesson, being taught. And that lesson that was being taught to you, that you gained, could provide you wisdom, more faith, more understanding, more knowledge. That's why the Lord put you through certain things, man. For your gain, ultimately at the end of the day. And that's how you know the Lord's dealing with you. It says, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. Brothers be going out to camp, man. When we go out to camp, we have our garments on. We ain't going out to impress, or to show off. Nah, man, we go out there and we go out there in a mournful spirit, humble spirit, knowing that, this is not our rest. All right? And you will have people come by and mock and scoff, call you a bum, call you broke, say get a job and shit. When brothers got jobs, brothers got, get money, get paid. Salakia. Brothers get paid, man. But, none of that really matters if you don't have any wisdom. For the merchandise of this wisdom is far better than, any riches, any silver, any Salakia, gold. Salakia, my allergies messing with me right now really bad. Just gonna pray against it though, man, So, if y'all can bear with me as I'm, doing this lesson, but the merchandise of this wisdom is better than the riches of this world. It says, verse 15, she is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. All right, so this wisdom, Sophia, she's more precious than rubies. Anything you canst desire are not to be compared unto her, man. All right, because like I said, this isn't just any old wisdom, man. This isn't just wisdom of the world. This is wisdom from above, man. Straight from the top, man. Godly wisdom. Wisdom that can't be easily obtained. Now, the wisdom of this world, you can go experience certain things, or, accomplish certain things, and you gain that wisdom, on your perspective of how you went through it, through the world. But the wisdom of the scriptures that the scriptures talking about, you can't just sit there and expect to just, find it. Go through one thing and you got wisdom. Nah, man. Wisdom, when you seek wisdom and you find that wisdom, that's when you find that true happiness, man. Because you have, answers, you're able to deal, with certain things that you never could deal with before if you was in the world. You change. You don't get as easily angry as you would before. You're more merciful, more humble, more meek. You know what to do in tight situations. A lot of people in this world, once they get into a tight situation, they just say, fuck it. Give up. Nah, man. Because they don't have the answer. But this wisdom gives us the answers, man. It gives us the knowledge. It gives us the way, the spirit to be able to know what's right from wrong. All right? It says, this is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. All right? So we want to walk circumspectly. All right? Being circumspect, understanding what times we're in. Not walking as fools and mirth, partying and trying to have fun and trying to, set up a future for this life here. No, man. But understanding, as wise, understanding that we're in times where it's not meant for us to be in mirth. It's not meant for us to be partying and trying to set up a future here for this life, man. I ain't saying being miserable, man, but understand that this place isn't our rest. Not walking by your sight, but by faith. Being wise, man. And that's what you gain. That's what you gain throughout this truth, throughout years, in this truth, man. You see, you start to gain knowledge, man. True understanding. And it's true understanding because you don't do the same things you did before when you was in the world. The way you handle things, the type of spirit you're in, all that plays a part in showing your character development and the wisdom that you gain, man. like I said, this wisdom don't just teach you about how to manage your finances, and which it does that too, but it teaches you about how to be as a man in this truth. All right, it gives you answers to things that you need to know as being in this truth. You get in a conflict or confrontation. It says what it said. James 3 and verse 17. It literally told you. It said, Slovakia. It says, and willing to yield to others. So being Slovakia, being humble, willing to yield to others. Not trying to be the big guy or that man all the time. But understanding that you got to be meek, man. You got to be humble, That's why it says, happy is a man that findeth wisdom. All right, because this wisdom leadeth unto life. All right. If you have this wisdom, who knows where we will be right now, man? Who knows where we will be? Who knows what we will be doing? So it's like we sit here and we gain more and more. And through this gain, our spirits are changing. That's why when people come around you, they look at you like, damn, how you know all this, man? Just a quick testimony. I was around I was around my woman's family, for around the first time I met her family. I knew them for some time already, but we didn't really know each other, we would just be around. And they looked at me as, oh, he's young, he's a fool, he doesn't really know much, So when it came to it, they would never really for the say they would never look at me as as someone that had wisdom, that had understanding. Put it as that. So it was one time, we were all sitting out in the living room. They was at the table. And, they was trying to go through some scriptures or whatever. And I'm just sitting there and, I was like, you know what? Let me hit them with a few with a few corrections, because they had, the woman teaching. So I had to correct them on certain things, man. And when I tell you, man, that the looks on their faces, because like I say, I'm young, man. I'm a young, a young brother in the faith, man. I'm only 18. So the looks on their faces, it was like, how the hell does he know all this? That's why, let me get that also real quick. Get that real quick. It's like, how do you know all this? That's how they was looking at me. It says 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 27 says, but Yahweh hath chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. And Yahweh hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. All right. So hey, man, you got it where the Lord hath chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. So, her peoples were old heads, man. They thought they knew everything. They knew a lot. You can't tell me nothing. You're a young nigga that, don't really know shit. And when I started getting to the scriptures, everything they tried to get into to come at me with, they were confounded in. And I remember, they said at the end, it's like, she told me when I left that they said, how does he have so much wisdom? So we confound, the Lord has put this wisdom into young men to confound people 3 times our age, man. And that's how man, this is not just any wisdom. This isn't just any knowledge. This isn't just any understanding. This is godly understanding, man. A lot of majority brothers in the truth, man, besides, the elders, even the elders started in the truth young, man, but majority brothers in the truth were young, man. So a lot of people look at us as foolish, not knowing much, look down upon, but when it comes to the scriptures, when it comes to actual wisdom, the Lord deals with us more, man. So we confound the so-called wise of this world, man. So of course our people were in shock, man. I'm telling them things that they never even learned for, the 60 years they've been living, man. And I'm not just saying it, I'm getting scriptures with it, man. And as I'm getting scriptures, they just, voicing out opinions or things that they believe with no scripture behind it. But I'm even if I ain't get a scripture, I quote a scripture, or I would tell them, okay, well, the scripture says this, while I already have another scripture, bringing that scripture out on them, So yeah, man, this wisdom isn't just any wisdom, man. This is true, godly wisdom, man, from the Lord, man. And it's a blessing to have it, man. Now, I won't say I have, all the wisdom, man. Nah, man. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. Brothers have a lot more knowledge and more understanding, and that's one thing about it, man. We understand. Hey, man, we really ain't nothing, man. And if you think you to be something, you are nothing, man. So we just happy that we have the knowledge that we have from the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the ones listening in and the brothers watching. I just want to get into a short, quick lesson, just venting in the spirit, man. Through the scriptures. So hey, man, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to get double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. We give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Shalom, Akim.